It's crazy that you've never heard of these tools. Do you have janky anatomy and proportions? Are you still going to Pinterest for all of your photo references? Are your ideas uninspired? Are you just missing those final details and you don't know what to do? This is going to be game-changing for you. Welcome to Art Mentor. My name is Sean, and while I am not sponsored by anything in this video, everything that I'm about to show you is earth-shatteringly cool, and it's seriously gonna level up your art, so start using this today. So here's the top tool in my arsenal, and it is this website called Sketchfab. If you've never heard of it, I'm gonna tell you why you need to start using it right now. So basically, Sketchfab is a marketplace for you to go ahead and get 3D models, and yes, you can purchase them, especially if you are somebody who's directly in the field of 3D modeling. However, though, for you 2D artists, let me show you why you need to use this right now. So I first came upon this website when I was making this drawing right here. I'm gonna tell you, y'all, that horse right there, I almost sent that thing to the glue factory. I was so pissed off and frustrated. I just could not get that angle right. And then I came upon this gem. And I was able to find 3D models of horses running. Check this out. This is literally the resource I used. So what Sketchfab does is a full 3D model website. And basically what I can do is I can position this however I want. And y'all, this is ridiculously easy to use. All you need to do is use your mouse wheel and you can go ahead and you can zoom in and you can zoom out. You can also hold shift to pan, but this allowed me to just easily get my horse into the exact position that I wanted right here. And y'all, this changed my life so much and I fell in love with it. And as you can see here on Sketchfab, you can literally do this for anything. So any of y'all that are big into creature, monster, and just adding in animals here and there, Sketchfab is gonna be a huge game changer for you. But it doesn't just stop there. It's also a fantastic resource for y'all that struggle with anatomy proportions. However, though, I am just gonna be real and honest with you, there are better resources that I'm gonna show you later on this video, but this one is not bad as well. Now, let's say, for example, too, you wanna put specific props in. Let's say that you wanna throw in some barrels or you wanna throw in a big sci-fi tank into your artwork and you're like, man, I just don't know what that looks like. Sketchfab has got so many great resources. And then I came upon this lovely guy right here. So if you're trying to create something that is extremely complex, or if you're just trying to get some ideas and inspiration, Sketchfab is amazing for this, as you can see right here. And then too, it doesn't stop there because we can also use it to create interior and exterior scenes. So here's an awesome medieval tavern. And man, how easy is it for you to go ahead and just utilize stuff like this to figure out what your scene could look like from different angles as you zoom in and zoom out. And it is just an amazing, amazing community right here. Again, I'm not sponsored by this website at all, but they should pay me for how many people I've sent over to them to become their users. So when you're using Sketchfab, here's my recommendation. All you need to do is either save a link to that specific model that you're gonna use, and or you just take screenshots from a few different angles and boom, you are ready to go. Now, if you're not a stranger to my channel, you probably noticed that I do a decent amount of photo bashing, and I do get a lot of great photo inspirations for all my artwork. So the best two places that I'm gonna recommend are right here. First off, we have Unsplash, and then we also have Pexels. And if you are not using these websites for your photo collaging, for photo bashing, or if you want to get into this, let me tell you about why. So in this artwork right here, I need to get a lot of beach and coral images in order to photo bash into this and collage it in. So I use both of these websites in order to get all of that. Why? Because you can actually do this and it's going to be completely free. It won't be copyright infringement because all of these users have submitted their stuff for free. AI users, this is actually what we call an open source network, just FYI. And what's great is that they're all super high quality, beautiful images, just like this. Another thing that I like to do with this too is I like to use these websites in order to get photo textures. So here's my cute, adorable demon lord that I was recently commissioned to do. And in order to get all the textures on his skin that I wanted, these like lava-ish textures, I use both of these websites in order to get it. So I specifically look for some crackling images. And as you can see here, just as I switch my layer modes, you can see that they're basically just photos that I put into here, and you can warp them a little bit. And basically what I want to do is I want to just go ahead, and if you're new to photo texturing, here's how it works, is you want to make sure that it kind of blends into it. So I'll mess with the blending modes, I'll mess with the opacities a little bit too until I get something that looks like it's pretty organic. But for y'all that really struggle on the textures or the fine details of everything that you're working with, this website is gonna be bomb for you. And then the best part here is that I would never just leave it like this, but I would then go ahead and I would paint over it just like y'all see me doing it right now. But this is a absolute game changer. I do this for all of my artwork, and it is really a great time saver and is a safe and ethical way to go ahead and use user submitted open source images into your artwork. If you try this out, I guarantee you it is gonna be game changing. And this just makes me wonder too, hey, would you like to see a photo bashing tutorial from me for how I do this and how you can best utilize this practice? Because I would love to make that for y'all. Next, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Pose Maniacs. And this is the most amazing website for really awesome dynamic poses that I've ever found in my career. So as you can see here on Pose Maniacs website, they have a plethora of different poses and they're all categorized and all types of really specific and fun things that you might want to be doing. Now, you might be looking at this going, okay, Sean, well, no big deal. It's just another pose website, but you're wrong. I'm gonna show you why. So right here, when I get this one up here, you might think, well, Sean, whatever. It's just another 2D website. No, my friend, check this out, y'all. This is a fully 3D website. So not only can you see this from one angle, you can see it from multiple angles as well. And this is really prime. Now, again, all you do is just use your mouse wheel. You can zoom in and out. You can hold shift and you can pan back and forth. This is amazing. Now, they have this for both male and female models as well, and that's tremendous. Now, I'm gonna show you one more amazing feature of this that is absolutely gonna blow your mind. Do y'all really struggle with hands? Are you one of the artists that are still complaining about, well, I can't draw hands and hands are so hard? Here's an amazing resource. Look, I literally just found this out today while I was recording this video. But look at this, they actually have a hand viewer. So as you're right here, you might think, well, whatever, Sean, you know, how many people just do this for all their hands? But check this out. If I click on this little show hand list option, what do we have here? We have loads of hands and loads of different ways that you can gesture them. Like, this is so crazy and cool that such a thing exists in this website right here, and it's awesome. And again, you can go ahead and get this from any angle. Doesn't matter how you're going to be gesturing your character or what angle you want to get it at. This is crazy cool, isn't it? Like, imagine how game changing that's going to be for you. So definitely check out Pose Maniacs. Another really great website that I've come to is this one called Bodies in Motion. And basically, this has some of the stuff that we've previously gone over, but it just takes it to a little bit of a next level, but also some really great things that I can't wait to show you right now. One of the best things is this feature right here, where you can actually see what bodies look like as they're performing very specific motions. So for y'all that really like to do gesture and sketches on this type of stuff, and you want to understand how does the body work, this is awesome. So you can go ahead and you can fast forward by frames. You can also just go ahead and play and pause it. Like, this is crazy awesome for y'all learning how to do better anatomy and trying to do more dynamic scenes just like that. Now, the absolute best thing that I have found on this website is this though, and is their expressions. So as you can see here, you can actually go through and get different expressions from different people on here, and you can literally freeze frame them just like before. But even better than that too is the fact that they've even done this so that you can see it from different angles. Like being able to see this from a top view, a side view, a down view, a 3/4 view. And again, you can just see this from all different angles. Like, this is so game changing for y'all. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna be able to find the perfect model that you're looking for, but just for expressions, like, so many of y'all would so benefit from just having more expressive, more emotive artwork, wouldn't you? And this is an amazing website to do that, so that from henceforth, now you know exactly how to stretch and limit the facial muscles in order to capture the expression and the mood that you're trying to. So go ahead and check that one out too. Now, let's say though that you maybe are a comic artist, or you're somebody that deals with a lot of really intense dynamic poses. So what do? I introduce this bad boy to you. This is called Magic Poser. Magic Poser is an incredible resource and website for you to actually go ahead and create your own unique dynamic poses, doing whatever that you want them to do. Now, however, the one quick caveat to Magic Poser is that it is only available on mobile devices right now. If any developers from Magic Poser, please listen up, because I really hate that y'all took away your your web browser version of this, but nonetheless, it's amazing. As you can see me playing around with it right here, you can very easily click and drag, and you can distort the image however you want to. You can bend them however you want, and this is an amazing resource for you. It goes for both men and women, and they have some other models. Now, the one quick caveat though to this as well is that most of the really cool stuff, it's all premium. Like if you want props, you want weapons, if you want really unique models and stuff, you do have to pay for it. Now, a web-based alternative to this would be this site called Just Sketch Me, and it basically functions the same way. It does have a few more features built into it, like you can put some terrain and stuff. You can definitely stylize, and you can get these going however you best want them to. And these are two really great resources for you to make awesome dynamic poses. So definitely try this out, or do you use these right now? If you do, tell me how you use it down below and how it's benefited you. Now, for y'all that are really learning how to level up your lighting and you want to get really great, intense primary and secondary light sources, I introduce this to you, y'all. This is a head lighting mannequin that you can use. It's totally free for you. It's on Instagram. Thank you so much to the developer of this. They are amazing. You rock. Big shout out here. Basically what this allows you to do, and as you just click play on it, as you can see, what it's going to do is it's just going to move the light all the way around it. Now, you don't have to do that. And it's really easy because all you got to do is just kind of get it to where you want. And for me, like, let's say I want it right there. Okay. Pause it on that. And then you can see the controls are right here. It's really easy though. You can go ahead and you can get around to any angle that you specifically want, and you can even manipulate a secondary light source by holding shift on it, and you can see that I'm pulling it backwards and forwards. So y'all that really like to do dynamic light scenes, where like me too, I love to do secondary light sources on stuff, this is super cool. And you can get it from any angle that you want, and again, you can just go ahead and just mess around with this until you get the exact perfect scenario that you are looking for. This is so hard for so many people to get faces looking better. This is going to be how you capture the realism of the face and you sell everything that you want. So go ahead and use this resource right here, because I guarantee you this is gonna level up every single face that you do from now on. And the best part is that once you get the face figured out, I tend to find it's way easier to figure out the rest of the scene of the body. Try it out. Tell me what you think. Now, another really amazing lighting app that I want to introduce you to is this app called Relight. So basically what this does is it allows you to import your own pictures that you have from your phone, and you can go ahead and you can mess around with the lighting situations. This tends to work best when you either have blocked in colors or you have just basic light sources. So you can see here's, again, my little demon guy right here that I'm working with again. And I want to go ahead, I want to play around with the light sources on here. So this seems like it's just a photo editing app, but you're gonna see it's way better than that. All you wanna do is click down here where it says edit, and then you can mess around with a lot of the specifics of your light sources. And look at this, you can even click and drag the light source anywhere around that you want it to be emanating from. And it's a really smart system because it figures it out in full 3D. Now, however, though, you do usually have to edit it just like this. So here are a few things that you need to know. When you're gonna be using the sliders, the intensity is gonna equal the brightness of that light source. The depth basically means the distance from the light source to the object. And the radius means how much coverage do you see that light source on an object. And it's really amazing how this thing kind of 3D maps out everything. You can see how this starts to come together. Now, another really amazing thing on here too, this really blew my mind when I first saw this, by the way, is that you can actually add more than one light source in. So as you can see me kind of messing around with this and doing the same thing, this is how I'm gonna be able to easily achieve in just a few minutes and playing around with it, a really amazing resource for how I wanna light my scenes. And I will say this though, I would not go more than 2 because it really struggles, I think, to really map this out properly. Again, this isn't Blender, this isn't a full 3D program, but what it is able to do and achieve is pretty awesome. I think this is an incredible resource for you, friend. So definitely check this one out because, again, totally free. Now, for people like me that are really frequent flyers on doing a lot of really cool dynamic scenes, and maybe you don't want to always have to mess with any of the stuff that we've talked about so far, you want to log on those websites, I'm going to introduce to you posable figures. And when I say this, y'all, I bought these off of Amazon, and I know I said everything was free, but I do have to plug this because it's amazing. Think about investing into these. They're not a lot of money, and you can get male and female versions of these. And what I'll frequently do, just like you see me doing here, is I will get these into all the poses way before I start a scene. Or what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll sketch out what I want my character to look like, and then I'll just go ahead and I'll use my posable figures in order to test that. And this is really great for you to test to see if it is actually realistic accomplishable? Does it look painful, or does it look like it's unachievable? So let's put this into practice. So check out this giant battle scene. This is a D&D commission of this huge battle scene. And as you can see in these pictures, I actually posed every single one of them out just to make sure that they were achievable. This made my life so much easier than having to log on to any other website and try and find the pose or try and manipulate the pose myself. Just having it live right there too, it's great for you to be able to just see the dang thing. Now, the one thing I will say though is that a lot of these do unfortunately have some limitations to them. They don't bend 100% at the extremes of what the human body can do, but nonetheless, this will get you like 95% there. Definitely try it out, links in the description. Now this last one, I'm gonna warn you, it's totally free, and it's the one that you will have never not had access to. And that's yourself. For those of you that really struggle with hands, y'all, just use these bad boys. I mean, assumably, you got at least one, right? Hopefully, you got two. So go ahead and take pictures of your hands. You probably don't know this, but literally every single illustration that you've ever seen from me on my channel or on my social media is actually my hand in there. So as you can see from these pictures right here, these are literally the exact reference photos that I use in order to do this. Now, one of the things that I'll do is that me personally, or if you're thinking right now, like, well, that's stupid, I don't want to take pictures of myself or ask somebody to take pictures of me, easy. Just go ahead and go into a bathroom. It could be a public bathroom, it could be at your work, it can be at your home. Like, I've literally done all three of these, and just when I'm thinking about it, and I'll just snap a quick picture, and then look, you can literally see, here's the hand, here's the artwork. Now here's another great thing for you too, and this is gonna stretch your comfort zone a little bit, but listen, it's game changing here. Every single time that you design a pose for somebody, here's what you wanna do. You want to, and I encourage you right now, start doing this, get up and actually assume the pose. So as you see me doing right here, I've literally done this for all of my poses that I'm cycling through right now, and here's why. Because number one is that you're gonna be able to test, is it actually balanced? I can't tell you how many great photos I've seen of people using some of the resources I've shown you before, and literally the character would just fall over, okay? So you're gonna test that balance. Number two, you're gonna test to see, is this actually sustainable? What I mean by that is that sometimes some poses that y'all will go ahead and design, they hurt. Like if you are assuming a pose like this one right here, and it hurts you, don't do it anymore. That's a bad idea, y'all. Go ahead, get up and test out. You're gonna love it. Now let's go over how you can use references, and by the way, this is how pros use references. Number one, here's a big no-no. Stop looking for a one-to-one reference. This is one of the worst practices that you'll ever come to because you're gonna be strictly adhering and grounded to only doing it in that way. So my personal practice and what I have always advocated is that you should get no less than 10 to 15 references for any project that you're gonna do. And I just wanna stipulate what that should be and what am I looking for. Here are three things that I'm looking for in my references. I'm looking for what has been done, what has been asked, and what could I do to push the limits of that? Rather than just trying to get one specific thing, y'all wanna go for this instead. Look for possibilities, because there's so many great things that have been done and have not been done that you would actually be cheating yourself and your imagination, by the way, as far as what you could do with it. I've been blessed with working on this book cover for this amazing author lately, and I'm doing a series for him. I'll let you know as soon as those are done. When I show you this right here, I just wanna let you know, check out all of my references right here, okay? So what you can see is that I have about 30 to 40 references minimally. I have separate references for literally each one of my characters. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna think about every little component, like what's her armor gonna look like, and what is his hairstyle, and what is that background potentially look like, and how does that pose look? And you can see literally everything I've been showing you. I've utilized every single resource in this video, in this very artwork right here. So with that too, here are three things that I would also guarantee that you should look for to level up your artwork, starting right now with your references. Number one, as I would look at photo references. Number two, I would also have some artworks in there. And number three, I would have some 3D assets into there. From all of that, y'all, you're gonna be able to get an amazing, impressive artwork that just blows the pants off of both you and your clients. This is the way. Now, if you've listened to all of this advice so far, and you might be somebody who now you've got characters and you want to put them into a background, wouldn't that be nice, right? But however, maybe you suck at it and you want some hardcore advice for it, so go ahead and check out this video right here where I'm going to show you all the ropes and all the tricks that I use. Go check it out.